Let's take a look at the first 4 Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 figures that I've picked up so far. Starting with Ryu.
Round 1, fight!
Ryu is the incredibly strong start that got me fully hooked on this line. I'm not a huge Street Fighter guy, but Ryu is such an iconic video game character, and I'm a big sucker for the arcade cabinet packaging they went with, that I had to give this a shot. And I'm so glad I did. They really nailed the look. His gi has this awesome texture to it that gives it a really cool feel in hand. The belt and gi are made of this really great soft plastic that moves, feels, and looks great. And it pops off if you want the shirtless look. Unfortunate color and design for this peg though. I really like how the text on the belt looks too. The headband has 2 soft ties on the back that move pretty naturally, but also stay in this action pose when not needed. He's got these 2 Hadouken hands, the Hadouken, an angry head, and a stand. He feels great to move. He's got all the big hits like butterfly joints, double elbows, and knees, and a superposable torso. My biggest nitpick with the figure is that you can't quite get him into the accurate Hadouken pose, but you can get pretty damn close. Otherwise, this is one of my favorite figures in my collection.
Round 2, fight!
Next up is Fei Long. Going in, I wasn't as familiar with Fei Long, but I was really impressed by this figure. He doesn't have the same soft plastic cloth that Ryu does, but he has all the same articulation, maybe even a little bit more so. He's got the butterfly joints, double joints, chest and torso movement, and this cool texture to his battle pants, and the sweet kicks. And look how much his head moves. Whoa! He comes with 2 wah hands, an alternate head, and this interestingly shaped flame piece. Warning, for external use only. The flame effect can go on his leg to recreate the flame kick. Naturally. There doesn't seem to be a ton of paint on this guy, but the paint that's there is clean and looks great. It's an extremely worthy second figure in the line.
Round 3, fight!
And here we come to one of the other most iconic video game characters from the Street Fighter series, Chun-Li. And out of the 4, this is maybe the weakest, but it's by no means bad. The head is a little loose and floppy on my copy. The shoulders don't have butterfly joints, which is likely an engineering limitation, but still a bit of a bummer. They do make up for a lot of that by having the shoulders move up and down very nicely while still hiding the joint. Her arms and legs have double joints in the elbows and knees and are extremely solid. She comes with a stand and this triple kick effect. Now this might be a me problem, but I had a hell of a time getting it on the peg. She also comes with these 2 karate chop hands, and they packed her angry eyes just in case. Chun-Li balances really well. She's able to stay in a stable kicking pose, which is key. Her hair, tassels, and dress are soft plastic and get out of the way very nicely when needed. Once again, the paint on the figure looks good. A couple of minor sloppy spots on the shoulders and back, but you have to get pretty close to see them. The spiky bracelets and face look really good. I could maybe use some shading on the boots, but that's not the end of the world. A pretty good figure overall. It's just got a couple of rougher spots than the other 2 stellar figures, but I still love it.
Final round, fight!
And last but not least, we've got Ken. Much like the games he comes from, Ken is mostly a reuse of the Ryu body. He comes with a red and orange version of the Hadouken Fireball, another set of hands to make Ken do the Hadouken pose, and a grrr face. My copy of this figure is maybe slightly loose in the arms, but not enough that he won't hold poses, and he moves really smoothly. The legs were pretty stiff when I first took him out of the package, but they got much better once I put him into some warm water. He's got the same rubber gi piece as Ryu, just an orange flavor. And this looks like another way he's similar to Ryu. His hair is slightly soft on the ends, which lets them move pretty naturally when they bump up against other parts, like his shoulders. Paint-wise, he's got some light shading on his body, and the paint on his face and glove things look pretty clean too. Ken is definitely Knuff. Is that reference played out now? All 4 of these figures are 6 inches, so they scale pretty well with a lot of other figures. You could pretty easily make a sweet Marvel vs. Capcom or Smash Brothers display with the right collection. And for some comparisons, here are the Street Fighters next to SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider, Marvel Legends Cyclops, Marvel Legends Wolverine, Marvel Legends HasLab Sentinel, Jakks Pacific Super Mario Movie Mario, Star Wars Black Series Clone Commando, Star Wars Black Series Cassian Andor, NECA Dungeons & Dragons Strongheart, SH Figuarts Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi, NECA Back to the Future Marty McFly, the Adventure Series Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones, and the 1000 Toys Halo Infinite Master Chief. The Jada Toys Street Fighter series is such a strong line so far. They've really knocked it out of the park for this price point. I'm very excited to see what comes next. If you want to see another awesome Jada Toys figure, check out my look at their Chester Cheetah. See you later!